I knew I fucked up. God, yeah. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those interactions help us out oh so very, very much. It allows our content to continue to grow and flood the internet as far as we can see. If you hate people that hate pronouns being displayed openly, then keep supporting our content so that we get to fuck with all of them. That's a fun story I get to tell you guys about. I'm creating a collage of people. It's great. But if you want to support us a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel, where you'll be giving us a measly $3 a month in order to get some really pimpin' emotes. Yep, people still say pimpin'. I am a people, supposedly. Ogan in chat, why don't you drop some of our emotes so people can see them? Woo! And if you want to support us even further, why don't you go ahead and click that link down below to our Patreon, where you'll gain access into our exclusive Discord server, see all of our custom artwork for our community arts for all of our epic level campaigns that happen here, as well as potentially join in on any of our games as they happen. But I believe that's going to be everything from me, so... Alrighty, Carl, tell us what happened.
So, when last we left off, we had just been boat rocked, so to speak, by a giant dragon turtle. Or is it a turtle dragon?
Dragon turtle's fine.
A giant dragon turtle that only Mersha was really prepared for, I believe. With both Terran and Kai being knocked to the side of the ship, and the rest of the people just being like, oh, what the fuck? Battle ensues, which is long, boiling, and bad. A lot of the crew was killed fighting this thing. A lot of people jumped in the ocean to fight this thing. A lot of people made stupid decisions to fight this thing. It ended off after a wonderfully difficult fight and a couple of displacement spells to try and get away from it, realizing that having the rest of the crew die so that we can make an augment out of this thing might not be worth it. Especially since I don't believe I believe only one of us knows how to operate a ship. After finally making it out of the away from it, and having a group huddle for the sufferers of both frostbite and burning.
Oh my!
I wasn't gonna call it the safe for work orgy.
Oh, I was.
After a day of just huddling in a corner waiting for us to hit land, we finally made it to the orphanage, where everyone kind of just got off. Let me say that one.
Oh my! Oh my!
Okay. You're ruining my concentration, Jer. After disembarking from the ship, and Alistair helping them repair a bit, the captain of the ship decides to go look for more crew members to fill in the ranks of the deceased. All the party proceeds to go towards the orphanage, where we come across a
Galoo.
I can't remember. Galoo. Father Galoo.
Father Galoo.
Galoop or Galoo?
Galoo.
Galoo. and having
The
a
bear from Jungle
wonderful.
Book, but G.
I'm just gonna call him Father Elmer at this point. All right, so after having a wonderfully beautiful reunion between Sneak and Father Galoo, where in case Sneak proceeded to slap a whistle out of his hand after arguing about how welcome Sneak was, and proceeding to figure out that there was some sort of enchantment placed on him so that he would go slack when faced with reality. And eventually convincing them that a cult of evil fucking death worshippers had infiltrated the flooded catacombs beneath the orphanage, which is a wonderful location to build an orphanage. Half the party split off to, for some reason, climb the building to see if they can't get in. That was before we managed to convince him to let us in. Eventually, the two people that decided to climb the building, Taryn and Kai, again, a wonderful correlation there, had to hide under the covers like like school children, and eavesdropped on some very ominous talk of sacrifice. I love that tiny cup, Asa. It's so
Focus,
nice.
Carl.
Get up! You have no right to berate me. And eventually coming back and joining with the party once we at the entrance to the catacombs, which had been barred. For some reason, only the iron spikes were enchanted and not the wooden plank that covered it. Design choice. And eventually just broke in and made our way in there and had a half a moment where Father Galoo, again, faced with the reality that something bad is happening, got enchanted again for a half second before we snapped him out of it, and I think he decided to stay guard, or was he coming down with us?
He was going to evacuate all of the children.
Oh, yes.
Non-suspiciously, as he can. Or inconspicuously. That's the word.
All right, children.
Words should never have more than 3 syllables. And that is where you all left off. Oh, wrong one.
That's where we left off. We suddenly decided to have Battle Royale.
He closes the door behind all of you to give you all a little bit of cover from prying or curious eyes from individuals. The slick stairs are filled with moisture and mildew that grew up from what smells like still seawater. If any of you have ever been to New Jersey, that smell you get before you hit the shore, where it's salty, but it's very mildew-esque, almost swampish, that is what it smells like here. You exhale and see your breath envelop directly in front of you, as you no longer have the comforts of solitude from the building itself with its many fireplaces and insulation. As you all walk down these stairs, you make it to the landing, which is slick with a little bit of moisture. Not currently flooded, but you see up ahead water that pushes and pools, as if coming in from the tide itself. Though currently it is low tide, what this place looks at like during high tide is to be determined. Now, you look forward at this landing and you see that there's a multitude of different, very ancient sarcophagi, all of which adorned in symbology to the Crystal One. Though they're all completely unkept and clearly forgotten to the church up above. "40 feet in front of you is where the water begins. And this is where we begin, everybody.
So, who feels like getting cold and wet today?
Didn't we just do that?
Well,
Oh
good thing that we-
my.
I'm sorry, my button lagged like hardcore. I
It
bet.
was also popping a lot.
I'm popping a lot?
No, the button. I was hearing a pop.
I'll check my drivers afterwards. Anyways, go ahead.
but yes, it appears to be a good thing that we had practice. Ugh, this is going to be unpleasant. You said the sarcophagi are all dedicated to someone called the Crystal One, right?
The Crystal One is our universe's Platinum Dragon, the Crystal One.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. A
I'm not
deity
familiar with
of
these.
law, of order, and of protection. Though, as one of you discerned, I forget which one it was, maybe Alistair, these grounds are no longer consecrated as they once were.
Yeah.
I thought this was a church to the Stormbringer,
It is.
and it was consecrated by the Stormbringer for being here at some point in time.
It is. Though the sarcophagi in front of you are dedicated to the Crystal One. Or are symbolized of individuals that in their life were dedicated to the Crystal One.
Oh.
Sometimes
the
churches don't fight each other and they get along.
So
That I don't believe that for a moment.
suspicious.
It's fantasy, okay?
Screw your
um,
fantasy. I need realism.
All right, bull man.
Right. So, do any of us have any idea how we're gonna handle this thing, other than once it's down, I'm gonna shoot it for eternity?
I have a feeling it will be significantly more complicated than that, involving cultists and rituals and boss mechanics. But I think our first port of call should be finding a way further in. It doesn't look like there's anything leading further down in this room.
What's
Have a
the
look
light
around.
situation?
Pitch black.
Ooh. How long has it been since I cast Pass Without a Trace?
40 minutes.
So I guess I got 20 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it is actually pitch black in here. I believe Skeeter is the only person without dark vision. Asimov?
Skeeter, you might want to go back. There's no light in here.
I do have it.
Oh, you do have dark vision.
Yep, 60
Smars
feet.
get, yeah, I forgot. Once they started updating things, everybody gets dark vision.
I don't.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Makes sense for a game called Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, if you say so.
Well,
Okay, so Alistair can't see in the dark, the rest of us can.
Aye.
Does anyone Yeah, all of you can see okay down here, right?
Nope.
Not everyone at the ashram could see in darkness.
I am blind right now.
I will.
Oh.
I have
You...
a candle.
Or I can make it brighter in here if you would like.
Actually, I have a hooded lantern. I'm gonna
Oh.
use my hooded lantern. and give
I
it to
just
Alistair.
have the light cantrip, and I just touch one of Alistair's like possessions.
Well, the hooded lantern, you can actually like close it, so it's dimmer.
To
Yes,
snuff
but
the
if-
light quickly.
Yeah, but if the hooded lantern gets wet, it will cease to work. You know, one of these days you really should learn some basic magic, Terran.
And should cast light on the candle inside the hood lantern.
That's ingenuity.
Everyone
this,
stares
and I'll
at
touch
Kai
the
in pure
candle.
disbelief.
Yep.
I'll touch
Skeeter, the
the
candle glows.
Like that?
I or genius.
That's how we use them.
Or-
Much safer.
That was purely Jason. Kai.
We'll allow
Hey,
it.
Okay.
Every now and then an idiot gets a stroke of genius.
Hey, you're wise. You're not smart. You know how to survive, though.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You know how to
Yeah.
survive.
And if you were lucky in the ashram, you got to stroke a genius every once in a while.
Oh
No.
my.
So today's gonna
honestly-
be that. Okay.
Darrow, honestly, you just need to have that thing on loop every 10 seconds.
That's why I put it as a button. Because of specifically Hocus.
I think at
What
this
can
point
I
it's
say?
Hocus, Skeeter, Sneak, and Kai.
So, Alistair, you're the one holding the lantern since you're the one who can't really see.
I guess, I guess I'll just hold my hammer in one hand, just walk forward.
Yep. Oh, yeah, your hammer is versatile.
Yeah.
I will try to be as quiet as I can.
Smo over here.
And so I
As quiet as you can be, splashing through waist deep water.
right.
Well, you're not in waist deep water yet. It's if you enter in there, you will be. Where you are currently
Well-
standing, you have a 20-foot respite before the water, where you see wanes and floods and flows.
Had I known
Marsha-
this, I'd prepare water walking.
Marsha's
say,
gonna
Marsha?
cast mage armor on herself without expending spell slot. So,
Yeah, that's that good
Little-
shit.
Armor of
Voila.
Shadows. You all watch as little bits of flora like envelops across Mersha and then fades into her outfit.
Cool. Cool.
So
You
what
might
are you all
have
doing?
a point about that magic thing, darling. I mean, there's one way. I'm headed that way.
That's one way.
Alrighty.
And it's
I'll
cold.
start walking.
So Taryn, you are the first one breaching into the water.
Mhm.
Give me a con save.
Breaching. Like a fucking orca.
And did everybody update so you're displaying your dice?
Yep.
3D dice? Thank you.
Constitution save.
How's the water, Taryn?
Taryn, the moment you touch the water, you feel that shock go through your body of how cold it is. But then you manage to like stifle a instinctual scream of fuck all of this types of duck. I am so upset. This sucks. And you're okay. You're probably not going to be able to stomach it for very, very long, but you're okay.
It's
All right.
it's freezing. Be prepared.
Great. Let's smile, and I'll charge in. I'll go into the water.
All right, con save.
I guess pass without trace isn't of much use right now, is it?
Not for con saves, no. 21. Woo! You are.
Well, he charges in.
That's refreshing.
Is it-
Alright, Kai, con
Restrains
save.
Light.
Sorry, Kai, what did you say? And then I have something to say.
I guess my pass without a trace isn't of much use right now. Everyone's making a lot of noise and light.
Yeah.
But it still would help. Is this water colder than the water when I was near the icebergs under the ship? Or
No. It's not that cold. This is... Alright, so on a scale, using the incorrect American system, where you were before, that water was freezing. Arctic level water. It was 0 or below. In here, the water's like 10 degrees.
No, this is nice. This is great.
Skeeter, 1 octave higher. You're waist deep.
Oh, this is great, everyone. Come on in.
Oh fuck it.
I think I lost one.
Kai runs and does a cannonball.
Give me an athletics check.
Also, 10 Fahrenheit is minus 12 Celsius.
He's got pass without a trace on, so it's not as noisy.
Yeah. Alrighty, you splash down, and you fall only about 2 feet before slamming your ass on the bottom of the water. Give me a con save at disadvantage.
Oh. Well, I assume I would jump someplace I saw.
Broken coccyx.
22. Or, no, disadvantage. 8. You slam down heavily with your ass plummeting down and suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And give me a con save to maintain concentration on your spell. Kai, you are stunned with how cold this water is. I don't know if you've ever done an Arctic dive before. I don't recommend it, but it is god-awful. And pass without trace is gone.
Yeah, it wasn't much use anyway.
Alistair's just gonna tip his, he's just gonna dip his toe in.
Oh, that's cold.
And just gonna slowly introduce himself to the cold.
Alright, how slowly?
Lagging behind a little bit, but not like snail movement.
Very well.
Taking a little bit to feel it in one foot, put the other foot in, and get on with it.
Right. If you slowly acclimate yourself to the water, you get in there relatively okay. You are just now shivering. And everybody else, as you wait for Alistair to take a minute to get in here, those of you in the water are, oh, this is a lot. This is really fucking cold.
Kai sees them moving slowly and says fuck it and starts moving ahead.
Yeah, I guess I'm going in the water as well then.
Are you moving? Are you moving at Alistair's space? Okay, yeah, Sneak. You just wade your way in there and, yeah, Mersha. Are you going at Alistair's pace or are you just jumping in?
I'm going at Alistair's pace.
All right, then you all wait a minute for Alistair. Now, Kai, as you start wading through the water at the deepest portions where it currently is, the subtle tide rolls in and splashes at the top of your chest, but then goes down to around your navel area. As you begin moving through this region, you tell that this is a lower podium of sorts. And down in this depth of this area, Kai is shy of 6 feet.
Yeah, Terran's gonna have some trouble with this.
Yes, you are. And as you're moving through this area, you notice that there's a number of pews inside of the water itself, most of which have been flooded and shoved forward or backwards or lying on their sides, but they do take up a very large portion of the water down here as you begin moving forward. And you notice up ahead that there appears to be the very top ledge of an archway but you can't really see through it because the door itself is submerged under the water.
Skeeter's going to reach into one of his bags that he tends to often look in, and he's going to pull out a rock that has some markings on it, and he's going to read off the rock. I doubt anyone can understand what it... In fact, I know no one can understand what it says, or what he's saying.
Your primary pistol, your magic god destroy... Well, higher being destroyer, that one... water won't bother.
Okay.
The other ones, however, yes. Water would make the flint not ignite if it gets wet.
Kai looks back, sees her, and splashes some water at her.
Picture
Wow.
guy.
Just
Then he just trunges ahead, grunting his teeth.
So, you get over towards the wall where that archway is, but you're going to have to full dive to get and see anything further ahead.
Fuck. Kai growls, takes a big breath, and goes down. He's not used to that.
Roll me a perception check, Kai.
Perception check.
Oh yeah, I'm a little late on that now.
Oh my.
Oh, was that for the
You said
comment?
you hold your breath and you go down.
Go down.
That's...
I was waiting for it. I was like,
Yeah. My brain was split right now. I'm thinking about what you're about to deal with. 14. As you dive down there, you do see the door is currently jammed open. It goes into the inside, and you can see up ahead through the water only about 20, 30 feet or so. Yes, you have dark vision, but it's also obscure depth below the water level and moves down and curves around for about, at this angle, you can see at least another 60 feet. Mind you, while all of you are submerged, unless you have a natural swim speed, you all move at half pace.
Kai will grab a breath, go back down, and try to teleport speed through the hall. Being picturesque.
Okay. Kai leaves you all behind.
Jiro, I have double sight, so I can see normally in darkness to a distance of 120 feet. Do I see anything that the others don't?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not just the darkness that is obscuring. It is the actual materials of the surrounding area. Your devil sight can see through darkness. It can't see through little bits of material.
This is not going to be fun. We're going to have to dive. Hang on. Put your other two weapons in the portable hole. And obviously try not to flood the portable hole.
Good call.
I will do the whole thing above my head, and then...
Yep. All right.
A little 5 foot
So-
nothing, Tara.
Keep in mind, to get them out, it's an action to open the portable hole, and then it's an action to go inside and pull something out.
Okay. Well, I also still have knives and all other stuff, so...
Yeah, I'm just making sure you're aware. That's it.
I
But
have
your
ours.
God-fearer is fine.
Yeah.
Or did you name that gun yet?
I haven't.
You should get on that.
So we're going
yes.
for a dive?
Matilda.
Looks like we are
like
indeed
that.
going for a
The
dive.
tickle stick.
Ooh.
Oh my god. I win!
I was going to say the impromptu dissector.
So yeah, you all are going diving down?
Yep, and as I dive down, my shadow kind of separates from me, and it's going to follow me.
Okay. All of you... Wait, Skeeter, what's your base movement again? Are you up to 50 feet yet, or are you 40?
I'm at 40.
You're at 40? Okay. All of you other than Kai, I require an athletics check.
Whoa.
Kai, because of your teleportation ability, moving 60 feet as a bonus action if need be, as much as you want, you can make it through this corridor with ease.
He doesn't go too far. If it looks like he's going to run out of breath, if he returns, we go back. But
Ooh.
look for someplace with air.
All right, give me a survival check then, Kai.
Survival.
Just because with your movement speed and teleportation, you're not having difficulty as much as anybody else would. Alrighty then. Kai, as you're swimming through this tunnel, you do get down into a different open area that looks like a subterranean church as well, with even more pews and more sarcophagi all around. But you see that there's an offshoot room, and like at this point you've been holding your breath roughly about 2 minutes or so. And it's starting to be a little difficult for you. So you go into that room, and as you pop your head up, there is a small bubble where, like, if you angle your head upwards, you can actually breathe inside of. But it's kind of hidden and tucked around a corner.
Okay, I catch my breath, and I go back to see if my compatriots are following.
Well, as you go back, Sneak, you dive down and hold your breath, and luckily you've been in a couple of ship wreckages or quick evacuations of ships where you had to hide in the water so you didn't get shot. And you start swimming through here, you know, grabbing onto the fixtures on the walls and using them to drag you ahead a bit more quickly, and starting to move at a very consistent pace, you know, rounding corners and kicking off the walls themselves to push yourself further. Even though you're not trained in swimming, you can survive a little bit better. Really? Wow. Everyone else, you make it about 15, 25 feet in. Mind you, that's like a full dash action. And as you are dealing with the piercing cold, you're kind of like biting your lips against it. Mersha, you are the first one. As you round the corner, you kind of like slam into the side of the wall, and instinct tells you you need to breathe. And you begin swallowing seawater down here.
Is this where I die?
Do I notice her issue or no?
What's your passive?
10.
10. Unfortunately, you're barely holding on with yourself as well. All of you are struggling down here, but Mersha, you just breathe in the water. What are you doing? You're one action away from the back area.
Wait, what do you mean the back area?
Where you just came from. Air.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean... Oh, wait! Can I use Dimension Door?
Yeah.
Does it have verbal components?
Oh, wait. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so...
It has verbal components, so you would have to swallow water to cast it, but yeah.
Well, I already am. But it's possible for me to verbalize, right?
Yeah, you can still cast spells down here. It's just you swallow water and begin drowning by doing it, but you're already drowning, so.
Okay, so I arrive at exactly the spot I desire, and it has, it can be a place you can see, or one you can visualize, or one you can describe. Well, shit.
So you can teleport back, but until you know what's up ahead, you can't really teleport there.
All right,
you can give me a general direction, but that'll be a fun roll of a die to find out if you end up in a wall.
Yeah, I'll just swim backwards. That's my action, right?
Yeah, then give me a medicine check.
Really shitty.
So you swim backwards and kind of like hold yourself up on top of one of the sarcophagi and begin forcing yourself to just spew up all of that water you just swallowed as much as possible. And it is definitely weighing very heavily on you right now. This is a lot harder than most things you've dealt with in your life. Freezing cold waters and drowning. Now,
Orcs are people of the land.
Yes. Now, Skeeter, because you would be second in line behind Kai, you see Kai swimming back towards you, moving at a pretty decent pace as well. Just blink, teleports in front of where you are. Sneak, Terran, and Alistair, the three of you, you're moving at a much slower pace, but Alistair, you're feeling the squeeze on your lungs from being forced to hold your breath right now, and you become acutely aware that Mersha swam back very suddenly.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around and go out. That's what I meant.
Okay. You swim back there?
And I'm just going to look at Mersha retching. just pat her on the back to try and get help with the expelling.
It only takes a couple of minutes.
I'm just imagining this is a fucking like after party sort of thing, you know.
All right. Now, Kai, you've made it back to all of them, but keep in mind you can't really speak. What are you doing?
How far are they from the back?
Those two you don't even see. They're so far back. But these three, you see them, and they're all struggling quite a little bit. Yeah.
And they're a lot closer to the back than to that pocket of air, right?
That is correct. And also, let me correct myself. Sneak is far in the front. He's doing fine. His athletics was good. I apologize. I missed that part. But Skeeter and Terran, like, they're swimming. They look like they're probably gonna be maybe okay. But Sneak, I mean, he's just going up ahead. He seems okay.
Oh, I really wish I was telepathic right now.
Yeah.
Wait, can I see Kai at the moment?
Yeah. Yeah, he easily swims past either way, yeah.
Yeah, I point at him and I just go, like, try and motion, like, where's the nearest air? Surely you found some.
I'll motion everyone back. It would probably be better just to, I should have, let's go back.
All right. Do you
So
listen,
he rolls
Sneak?
his eyes and turns around.
All right. Skeeter and Terran, you see Kai doing the same thing, motioning you all back. Are you listening, or?
Sure.
All right. Another athletics check, both of you.
Yeah, give me 10 seconds while I decide if I'm listening or not.
A little better. Back is safe. Back has air.
All right.
Well, for Terran,
Athletics,
she
right?
did a little better. Yes, please. You spin around and kick off the back of the wall and start swimming at a much quicker pace. You know, this is almost like flying. Just more heavy.
I'm imagining you're doing like the dolphin maneuver, where both your legs are moving in the same way.
So yes, Mersha and Alistair, as Mersha is spewing up the water, very quickly Skeeter out the top of the water, and the water is like sitting very at the middle of your chest right now. Ooh, Mersha looks rough. Alistair looks rough
great.
as well. And within about less than a minute at this point, everybody else breaches upwards. Kai and Terran, both of you are breathing a little heavily at this point. Kai, because you were down there much longer than everybody else. Terran, because you just... Yeah. You're muted.
A lot to carry.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. There's a small air pocket far in, and Kai describes how to get it. If you think you can make it that far, why don't you head there and wait, and I will scout around, see what else is around here, seeing as I seem to be able to move a lot better than everyone else.
I also have an idea.
Okay.
I could do the same thing I did with the flooded boat.
you gotta make a submarine.
No, I can use the flooded water as a raw material and make statues, subsequently reducing the water level.
How much of the water? And it's an endless supply from the ocean.
It also
The
wouldn't
spell
reduce
has a
the water level
limitation.
because you would
It's
be
the ocean.
transmuting the same volume of water into ice, and the ice would be under the water, so the water would stay at the same level.
Also, it's being flooded in from the ocean. You're not going to reduce the water level of the ocean. Yet.
Well,
You're
with
not
that
that high of
attitude-
level. You're not high enough level yet.
Technically speaking, he would, just not by any perceivable amount.
No.
What if we had that and then like pushed it so like it would push the water back out?
Are we
I
going
mean, what if somebody had like control water? That would be great.
Yes.
Or
Damn it,
water
Kai,
breathing,
why
or
aren't you an
water
elemental
walk.
monk?
Or...
Well, hey, I have tidal wave.
I mean, roll it in chat. Look at it.
Chief, is there
Adds more water to the situation.
hey Chief, is there enough space in the little breathing area you were talking about for everyone?
Was there?
Yeah, I mean, they'll have to be cuddling, but yeah, it's enough space.
It was a tight fit, but everyone should be able to fit in there if you get that far. But some of you seem to be having a lot of trouble getting a short distance.
Race you there, and I'll go.
Another athletics check, please.
Kai rolls his eyes.
Someone else is gonna have a lot of trouble getting there when they're stabbed, so you might want to go ahead.
No, it's fine. I think Skeeter has it. He can handle the cult by himself. Let's go home.
And that, company, is how the world ends.
Are you going to make him a truther? 22 this time, Skeeter. Now that you have a destination in mind, it's much easier for you to swim down here. I mean, you typically go blindly into the unknown, but not like... You do it metaphorically, not really. This time that you have a destination in mind, you're swimming and you're going pretty good. Taryn, same for you. Now that you know that there is a destination up ahead, you're just like, all right, so instead of the goal is what, the goal is there. So you start going and fishing.
And
You are actually faster than Skeeter right now, swimming through the water.
Well, I'll take a bonus action and tie off my hempen rope, and so that everyone else has something to follow.
Oh,
that's
very
clever.
nice. Yeah.
Or
Look
Kai,
at the group not relying on magic.
Kai sees it go and follows, teleporting in front of her constantly, so she's always behind.
Sorry, Taryn. Yeah, he is just faster with teleport 60 feet.
Well, I'm not dependent on magic, so...
Oh. But anyways, the three of
I
you
don't
make
think
it
it
over
counts
there,
as
no
magic.
problem. And it does, yeah. Key is magical.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to spend key to do it. He just does it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
broken
good
ass
point, yeah.
bitch.
Finally, some proof
Look,
that mysticism is real.
Right. However, the other three of you now have advantage thanks to the fact that there is a rope leading you into that corridor. Just go ahead and roll me athletics checks, all three of you. Sneak and Alistair did. Mersha, 14 is good enough. 14 is good enough. As everybody gets through this section of the tunnel and pop their heads up inside of this tiny room, you all wait an extra 40 seconds or so, and then Mersha pops up. And all of you are deeply breathing with this one little area around you. The area itself is only about 4 to 5 inches available, followed by, I'd say, 10 feet by 15 feet. So there's not an infinite supply of oxygen here, but there is at least some.
Let me teleport ahead and scout things out. See what I can find since I can move faster.
Very well, very well. So
This reminds me of the Hole of Shame.
We don't have time to unpack that right now.
Please never mention a Hall of Shame again.
all right.
Kai's already
And-
left.
Inside of this room, Alistair's the only one who's still standing. Everybody else is like paddling. Alistair, you can stand here with your head reached out of the water.
I thought he was tall.
Alistair's very tall. That's why he's standing and everybody else is
Oh,
paddling.
I see. He's still in water, but
Yeah,
okay,
he's
cool.
in the water, but he's standing with his head out. Everybody else is like paddling a little bit. Or standing on some structure in here, like a table or a desk. Kai, give me a investigation, please.
I'll use advantage. Okay, why was that funny?
No, everyone's realizing what I put in chat.
$17, not bad. As you begin swimming through this hallway, you teleport up ahead a couple of times, and you notice that the temperature of this area becomes warmer in certain locations, and then gets a lot colder, very briskly. And then you start backing up a little bit and following that warmer path, as that's not normal, and not normal is kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, he doesn't go far enough that he can return if he needs to, but he'll investigate.
All right. Up ahead, Kai, as you're paddling, this area is significantly warmer, and you see that there is an opening, almost like a set of stairs going down towards you, but the stairs have been evoked and removed. And you see this consistent pouring of water that's causing this surface area to like bubble and push down right where you are swimming towards.
I won't breach the water. I'll see that there's a way to get out, then I'll go back to the others.
Okay. Kai, you swim back and pop your head out. At this point, you are beginning to feel a little fatigued, a little bit, like it's not horrendous. But up ahead, it's only about another 300 feet or so to get there. Skeeter and actually all of you, roll me a perception check.
As Kai goes off, I will pull my rope back to me, just as a note.
Okay.
Is the water getting warmer where we're at?
No. However, Kai does have a particular fragrance to him that he previously did not have.
Better? I assume it's better. It can't get worse.
Arguably better. Alistair and Mersha, I believe you're the only two that rolled remotely good. Yeah. He smells kind of like fresh urine a little bit.
You smell like urine, Kai.
Well, fuck you.
I'm just being honest. I'm not saying you smell like that always. Just right now.
I am.
Kai sniffs himself. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you can
odd.
see it.
Shit,
But you didn't pee.
Oh, was that? I mean, I've done that kind of thing, but really not now. But okay, Kai explains the situation. Cass is passed without a trace. Asks Terran for end of the rope, and he'll lead the rope to the location.
All right. Everybody else following?
Yeah.
All right. I need another line of athletics checks. Advantage because Kai is leading the rope.
Well, I can't. I assume I can't teleport with the rope. So
No, you can't, but like with you leading, you know how close you are, and your mundane speed can get there, like, without any real issue.
Okay.
Success. Yeah, all of you keep going with him, and you all collide with an area that feels very slightly warmer now. And Kai, as you swim back up that tunnel, it is significantly colder than it was a few moments ago, and you notice that consistent pouring of water is no longer splashing on that surface of the breached area.
Kai will carefully breach the water where he thinks it'll be kind of secluded.
Give me a stealth check, please. Well, it's a corridor, so.
I swear to God, if he's about to put his head up through a toilet seat.
I didn't mean to roll that. Sorry.
Initiative. Hopeful thinking. 21. Kai. Or sorry, 31. 31. So you're down 4 key points right now. Okay. Yeah. You slowly pull out of the water with just your eyes sitting there, and you see inside of a fairly small looking room that looks like the top of a staircase. There are 2 individuals, just keeping watch. One of them is squatted in the corner, and the other one is, like, guarding the door, just keeping watch on either side. The one squatting in the corner is currently taking care of business.
Very good.
Okay.
I just want the scene where Alistair rises out of the water.
Oh, it's...
Because
And
everyone
you are
knows
very-
Alistair is not swimming, he is walking.
You have angered the shit demon.
cool.
I'll probably swim back a bit
just-
and to give the eyes ahead signal to everyone.
Oh, we're gonna have so much pink eye.
My first thought is just, instead of kicking the balls, Kai now has better access to just up from below. Immediate decapitation.
Oh my god! No!
I'm thinking, I was like, and I was like brushing my hand against something, just like, oh god, no.
That's not a candy bar.
Oh god!
How
It's
close are
Gord.
how close are the 2 individuals to each other?
Within about 15 feet or so.
Hmm,
The one
don't-
is, well, the one's keeping watch and guard, and the other one is completely occupied, oblivious to you, since you just like, thank you, somebody got it. I try, guys, like,
Occupado.
yep. And the other one is, standing there keeping watch, but neither of them seem to have noticed you. They're both wearing bits of, like, leather armor, standard leather armor. And the one who squatted has a scimitar in his hands. And the other one at the door has the scimitar still sheathed on his side.
Oh my.
Let's see. If I were to cast silence past them, would it block off whatever way we get out?
Yeah. Or you could center silence on them.
True, I can
But
do that too. But
Keep
I
in
mean,
mind,
if-
right now, your allies are getting, like, a lot closer. Especially Skeeter. Skeeter's, like, right behind you. And
And
Mersha.
Mersha.
Yeah.
I don't want to use. Okay, I'll try to get everyone to stealthily come up to the water.
Do you all wish to roll
So-
stealth?
Yes.
And also, are they using a light or anything? The 2 individuals.
Yes, one of them has a light. The one who squatted.
So I can't teleport behind them or something.
No, but you're only about, like, 6 feet or, like, 5 to 10 feet away at the surface of the water.
So,
Umewa shit dairu.
am I close enough to, like, grab her
Shit,
by
that
the balls and pull them into the water?
Sure. Give me an athletics check with advantage. I mean, actually, if you want to roll to hit and use that as your stunning strike, I mean, you know, like...
Well, I'm gonna wait until everyone gets up out of the water. I mean, it gets their head out of the water.
All right.
Honestly, I just want to... Oh, go ahead.
No.
I just want to fail this like stealth check on principle and just rise out of the water as this all goes down.
Covered in there. Just
Please
rise
tell
up.
me someone
I
knows
am
prestidigitation.
I am the scat man.
No!
I prefer the shit demon.
Same thing. Anyways,
Hey, it's what he calls
Kai,
himself.
give me an attack with advantage.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah, you are you going the stunning strike route, or do you want to grapple at advantage and pull him in?
I didn't really need to say my key, so I'll just grapple and pull him in.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics with advantage.
Oh god, we got the shit demon, and then we got the shit gremlin over there.
That's not athletics. That's an attack roll.
Oh. Okay, athletics,
21. Really? What? 13 plus... I don't... What? Oh,
Plus
17.
proficiency plus-
17 was the other one. No, I was looking at the dice, which confused me. 17 and 7 were kind of like on the same level. Anyways, you slowly get out of the water and quickly just grab the mouth of the individual who's... and splash down. And thanks to Pass Without a Trace, it just goes... bloop. And you all see Kai sinking, holding a man whose pants are down by his ankles and who's like flailing around. At this point, I need
Not the first
initiative.
time we've seen this.
Place yourselves on the map, please, everybody.
Kai grappling a pantsless man. Just an average Friday.
Right. I was about to say, I was like, isn't
Hi.
this normal?
Kai, your date.
Oh my god!
Your date acquisition techniques are getting out of hand.
Oh no! All right, Skeeter's now on the map, and
At
Kai
least
is now
buy
on the
the
map.
man dinner first.
okay, I'm on the map. I don't see myself.
You're
what
here.
What?
He was getting rid of dinner.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Listen, Kai, I'm just thinking I need to leave this goddamn campaign.
2, 3, 4.
It's important to go to the bathroom first. No one likes a messy sausage. Okay?
Oh.
AFK just a sec.
Stop. Yeah, everybody roll your initiative. Click the token to do so. Change it to your original roll. The cultist pooer.
All right. And so I need to change my number.
Oh god. This is just-
Yes, and Kai also... Kai, you have to select your token and then roll to get put onto the initiative tracker.
I AFK'd.
Oh, he AFK'd? What?
Yeah, he said
Oh.
he'd be right back for a minute.
Never has there been a less dignified NPC tag on the initiative order. May as well just put it down
mean,
as...
You
the
caught him
shit.
with his pants down. Like...
At what point do you stop feeling bad for the enemies when they literally can't even take a shit in peace without being dragged into their own sewers
Well, then maybe
Like,
they shouldn't be cultists.
by the unholy abomination that is this brothel-raised street urchin
Not
who
our
can
fault.
paralyze you with a single flick?
Not our fault. They didn't. They weren't at the ashram with Cletus.
You know what, Sneak? I understand all of your arguments. Go ahead and take your turn. You see Kai holding on to the person, dragging him down towards all of you right now. What would you like to do?
I'm just so confused. I will like look at Kai like what, and like pull my short sword. It's just like fuck this, and I'm just gonna try and ram the short sword into the guy's ribcage.
All right, go for it.
Advantage because he's restrained.
Because he's grappled and surprised. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
disadvantage.
I'd be surprised too.
Disadvantage because you're attacking underwater. So straight roll. 14
Alright,
hits.
Fighting style gives me 2. Ignore the other rest of it. So 12 piercing.
It doesn't matter. You watch a sneak just swims over and slides the blade into their stomach, and
Back.
and they're already dead.
Kai, you're now grappling a corpse.
Yep.
Well, at least he's already voided his bowels.
So what else are you doing, Sneak?
I'm gonna see the hole that this poor man came in from, and I'm gonna like rise myself up out of the water so I can take a breath and try and, if I've got the movement left, pull myself out.
You can get yourself out, but that'll be the end of your movement. You do see up ahead there is an individual standing in the doorway, and he just like shakes his head. Dude, I told you gotta eat more vegetables. That's where all this is coming from.
I'm just gonna give him a grunt.
Ugh. Skeeter. I mean, your name is Skeeter.
I will.
Sorry, I had a line. I thought I was just go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I will climb out of the hole and what? I don't really know anything about these guys.
Other than what you've heard from the priest and all of the party. I mean, apparently they're planning on sacrificing the children of this location. Okay. That much you are aware. Like, they straight up said that. Like,
okay, great. I'm just making sure otherwise.
Oh, yeah, no, you're aware that there are people here that, like, apparently they're going to sacrifice all the children.
I will...
And even by ashram standards, that's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, it is. It totally is.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's...
Those are perfectly good worshippers.
Outside, yeah, for the people that are outside the ashram, it's not our fault that the world's going to end for them. Yeah, I feel bad for them. But we don't sacrifice kids. So, how far away is this dude from me?
From you, about another 5 feet or so, but you still have movement. You're faster than Sneak.
Yeah. So then I will...
Or you're 5 feet from being within combat range of him.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to rage. And do I need to rage? I'm not going to rage.
You saw how easy that guy went down.
Yeah, I'm just going to smack him with the flat end of my two-handed sword. Or
so non-lethal?
Non-lethal, yeah.
All right, go for it. Advantage because he is surprised.
Just saw his friend fall into the ship water. He rises back out. Another one rises out. Who knew that the fountain of duplication was a fucking toilet?
Damage. Cool. Yeah, he's good at one thing, guys. 14. You take the flat of your blade and just like Looney Tunes style, crack, and the body collapses down to the ground quickly, just onto the ground.
Does he have like a brown smear across his forehead?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I got a brown snake pet peekaboo in my baho.
And that is my turn because I can't put in any dumb jokes or anything.
And that's the end of our combat, everybody. Yeah.
Marisha, please tell me you have the Febreze spell.
Prestidigitation is the one he's referring to.
Yes, I have that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you all breach out of the water in a hurry, and you see the unconscious individual... and Skeeter just standing over him.
I will search his pockets to see if there's any sort of key or anything like that.
Roll me an investigation, please. But inside of this small room, you You can definitely tell this has been utilized as a refuse room for this group of cultists that are hidden down here. It's kind of disgusting, but luckily Mersha has super bleach. So Febreze or Fabuloso everything, and it starts getting better.
Kai sees that the other guy is down and it dives back down to search the other one.
All right, roll me an investigation.
Investigation.
I am determined to be covered in shit.
So Taryn,
It won't reduce the smell.
he has leather armor, simple leather armor. He has a scimitar. In one of his pockets, he does have a notebook that looks to be wet on the outside, but the inside appears to be perfectly dry. And that's everything you can find. Kai, the individual has a scimitar. You lost his pants somewhere in the transition from water and not water, and just yeah.
That's just the most undignified death, just floating ass up. It's just...
The bad guys come swimming up to like get here and go, "What the fuck?" And he's just. You have no honor.
That needs to be our signature. It's just to de-pants every dead enemy.
I'm leaving this party.
Yeah, that's But anyways, everybody, Taryn, that is all that you find, and he is clearly still alive, just unconscious. And he's like still like groaning a little bit, like.
Do you think we should try and get some answers out of him, or shall I just cut his throat?
It'd be nice to talk to him. I mean, maybe he doesn't really know, what he's doing, and it'd be good to talk to him. Where did number 2 go?
No, fuck off.
Whenever Kai comes up, he'll just head up the stairs and
Number 2 work
check
for?
ahead just little ways stealthily.
You tell him, buddy.
Fine. Let's try and see what this guy knows. And Sneak's gonna like grab the guy by the throat, like put him face to face, and just like trying to slap him awake.
All right. Roll me a medicine. Medicine slaps.
While he's doing that,
Crit.
I'm gonna look through the notebook.
All right. Do you understand Abyssal?
No. I'll hand
All
it
right.
to Kai whenever he comes up.
Fair enough.
No,
Kai's back up,
infernal
so
shit.
you can hand it to Kai. Kai can read the notebook. So you slap him a few times, and then like he just keeps groaning. He's not waking up that easily. Skeeter hit him really fucking hard. You almost doubled his hit points.
I think that should.
Without raging or anything.
Yeah.
Hey, Mersha,
Yes.
you got some smelling salts on you?
Yeah. Just the
No.
cheap heal.
You do have your healer's kit. If you want to use one charge of it, you could just stabilize him at 1 HP. You can choose not to give him the full, 30. You can just give him 1.
Okay.
Did,
All right,
Did
so
Kai
remove 1
see-
charge.
Got it.
What'd you say, Kai?
did Kai see anything just beyond the doorway?
You look out the doorway, and it appears to be, a hallway that looks similar to the hallway of the primary church up top that stretches on the left side and the right side. Though you don't hear anything initially, you seem to be fairly alone in this area. I assume you're keeping watch, or are you reading the book?
Well, I guess I'll keep watch, yeah. And,
I can
I'll-
keep watch it because you're the only one that can read this book.
okay, it's fine, Kai will read the book.
The party has to
Do your
rely on you for
goddamn
everything,
homework.
Kai. God damn it, Kai. Everyone has to rely on you for everything. Ugh. But anyways. Mersha stabilizes him just barely, and he coughs a little bit and goes, "Oh shit. Oh. Oh
I'm
no.
going to be very, very quiet right now. Okay?
Kai
Intimidation?
Kai
Yeah,
looking
Kai.
through the book, kind of puts his foot on his crotch.
Oh no. Advantage, definitely advantage.
He's
19.
assisting.
To certain people, that is considered arousing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Not when there is a literal horned demon in looking you in the face.
mean,
Okay, maybe not.
You
to
wouldn't
this guy.
believe
I
the
mean, the
majority of people.
tiefling thing.
There's
Have you
also
ever-
a knife at his throat.
have you ever been on like Reddit? Like
That's fair. That's fair. Please give me small tiefling.
I mean,
money
let's look
GF.
at the
Anyway,
biggest meme happening right now. Please step on me, giant vampire lady. Let's be real. Anything's possible. Like, you know.
I mean, I like a good Amazonian woman like the next guy, but
Oh, who
small,
doesn't?
I'm, small pixie cut, like elf. Anyway,
Anyways, back to the game. He
Yeah.
goes,
Welcome to Christopher
yeah.
reveals his deepest fantasies.
so, yeah. How can I be? What happened to him?
he
You
fell
all
in the
just see the
water.
ass float up to the surface.
He went
We
for
are
a
the
swim.
congregation of the bowels.
Just
You
answer
are.
my friend, Kai growls.
Okay, yeah. We're all friends here, right? There's no reason
Indeed
for
we
us to
are.
fight. Yeah. We can all be very helpful with whatever you.
Where is the ritual taking place? Where are your leaders? And what guards do they have posted?
Okay, that's a lot of questions all at once.
And there's 3 questions.
Kai just pushes a little harder.
Okay. There's East Wing.
All loud
East
noises.
Wing. East Wing. It's down the furthest corridor in the East Wing. Ow. Yeah. That's where they're
Mm.
conducting the ritual. Leaders. We have Vincilla currently here. Agathom went away a couple days ago. He might be back. Not sure.
Kai
That's
pulls
it?
a foot off a little bit.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
You're being very helpful right now. You should.
What's the
keep
name
that
of the
up.
whistler?
Vagdrum, is he back?
Keep going.
No.
Oh,
We know where he is. Carry on. What kind of guards do they have posted? How well defended is the ritual?
oh, the ritual is impenetrable. They have our best people watching over the vessel as it turns. Don't worry, it's gonna be over very soon. I mean, he's supposed to be rising in the morning.
So we've heard.
Yeah.
Now, I've got one more question for you, friend.
Sure, yeah.
If you were in my shoes, what would you do with you? And before he can answer, I'm just gonna cut his jugular. Like, no.
And the
Oh,
individual coughs but spews up his blood, drowning on it.
Yeah, he goes in the shit lake.
Yeah, Kai just
Double.
gets off and kicks him into the water.
God damn it.
I'll walk over to Kai. Anything good in the writings there? I haven't seen that book before.
Well, what have I read?
Roll me an investigation. Let's find out.
Oh, I'm horrible at investigation.
Then stop investigating.
We all are.
I'm gonna give
We
you
all are.
guidance.
Nah.
Mm.
I'm giving you the D4 guidance.
Can't read this.
Can I do that, Jaro?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
There's a distinct
15,
irony about
so
getting
15.
divine guidance to read Abyssal.
To be fair, that makes perfect sense for Alistair's guidance.
Alistair's form of clericness is just whoever's listening, help.
Best kind of cleric. Like, I don't care who, someone.
Alrighty. So, the realm of the endless maze, the 600th layer of the abyss, the infinite in size will rise, and beneath it, in its endless glory and inconsistency, there will be the king, the prince that will rule over beasts and dominate man and control lordom. Our Lord Baphomet rises through this layer, enveloping through all, and his gorish glory shall reign upon this entire territory and flood it to only present himself, to only show the light of his rage and his fury upon this land. All else, all manners of divinity, worship, and guidance will be smothered underneath his magnificent hoof. This appears to be a religious reading tome of Baphomet.
Are there any pictures?
As you skim through, there are many pictures of Baphomet.
Is he
I
hot?
noticed-
Is he posing?
Are you into minotaurs?
Kai?
I feel like the answer to that question is yes.
It's not.
Does it move?
Does it
Is it
have
alive?
a dingus?
Yes, that's that's the main thing. Absolute dingus.
He does, in fact, have a dingus.
I've played Corruption of Champions. I know where this goes.
Hey, did you? Sorry.
Kai slips the reads it off, then slips the book into his bags.
Did you let us know what it said or no?
Yeah, he reads the book after. Reads it off to everyone.
I have the Port of Behold, so the text doesn't get destroyed. In case we have to swim through the shit again.
And
And for reference, this is what he looks like.
Yeah, but anyway, he didn't care about that part. But Kai reluctantly gives her the book. I want this back.
If you are just wow, amazing. You are almost. You're almost Cletus. You are just. We find a book, and there's only like 3 in existence, and there's a 4th one suddenly, and you know how to read it, and you can do all this amazing. You will forever be number 2 in my book, and I'll pat him on the back.
I'm sorry, what about the 4th? Only 3 in existence?
Yeah, you know what?
There's 3 books. We have 3 books. And so suddenly there's a 4th one.
I don't have time for this right now. Let's carry on.
And I think at this point, this is a good enough spot for us to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps our community to grow tremendously. And if you're interested in following along a little bit more closely and supporting this channel a little bit more, consider becoming a member. Members are $3 a month at this point, and it just helps our community to keep doing all of this extra little work that really allows everybody to enjoy what they get. In addition to all of that, if you would like to support us even further, consider joining our Patreon. Get into our Discord server, hang out with us, maybe join a couple of our games. But I think that'll be everything. Where last we left off, the party had walked into the very depths of the ancient tunnels and funeral grounds of the individuals to this very old temple to the Storm Lord. Taken aback by the fact that the first area you walked into was dedicated seemingly to those that belong to the Church of the Crystal One. But some religions actually get along in fantasy worlds. After that, you all decide to step into the freezing waters and attempt to swim down this different sections of tunnels, weaving and going further inside. And after a couple of attempts, you all successfully found your way into a warmer area that was apparently a outhouse of sorts for the cultists. Kai jumped up there and surprised one of them, grappling them and pulling them in the water, where Snake easily just slid his blade into their chest. After that transpired, Skeeter climbed out of the water and knocked the other one unconscious, where you then interrogated him, where he informs you that there are two leaders here, one of which is Vagdrum, an individual that Alistair seems to recognize in name in at least some capacity. And after he gave you all of this information, very unceremoniously, Sneak killed him. And that is where we are picking up. Players, you listen to the corridor around you and hear the subtle hums of the surrounding area. It's almost electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. With energy right now.
Why don't I go scout ahead a little bit and I'll report back.
If you would like.
Well, he's asking the group that then he does, I guess, go do it.
Alright. By the way, Mersha, you have prestidigitation, right?
Correct.
I assume you do that on everybody so they're not walking around freezing to death?
Yes.
Good.
Alerting everyone to our presence with our stench.
Well, not just that, it's freezing water. It's you
to
would die of hyperthermia like that if it wasn't for prestidigitation.
I'm trying to dismantle the cult, but the clacking of my teeth keeps alerting them.
So, Kai, which way are you going?
Through the doors. There's there are two different ways beyond that.
There's left and there's right. And the cultist did tell Sneak which direction.
I'll look the other direction for a little bit just to see what's down there, but I won't go too far.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. You still have Pass Without Trace up. This entire ordeal with your original casting of Pass Without Trace has only been about 10 minutes. So you have 50 more minutes with it.
Can you roll for me?
Mm-hmm. Stealth. $28. You move down that corridor by yourself, unless somebody else wanted to move with him.
Honestly, he's the only way I'm going to get anywhere stealthily.
Right, but he's scouting right now. I'm wondering if anybody wants to scout. If you think you could contribute to it.
I will.
Oh, okay. Kai reluctantly agrees, though he can't teleport if she's tagging along.
Well, you can. Just she has to rely to her own devices. Taryn, go ahead and roll. You got a +10.
No, he'll let him keep up with him.
Okay.
But he'll give it a stink eye.
32.
Yeah, just
As
wait
the-
until I help you, like, not die or something.
One of these days. As the two of you walk down, heading not to the east, but instead over towards the west wing of the area, you begin hearing the sounds of individuals behind doors, as there's a multitude other doorways, each of which are labeled by decade in, what's the native language in this? Oh, not native, but Marquesian. Neither of you know Marquesian, but Kai, you recognize the language because of the time you spent here in the Menagerie Coast.
Yeah, he'll silently look to Taryn and point in that direction, see if she wants to start looking in the proper direction now.
She'll nod and start heading the other way.
Okay, we'll head toward the proper direction.
I'm not positive if I said it or not because my mind's a little blanked right now, but you did hear noise coming from those rooms. Just people in general.
Yeah, well, we
Okay.
don't want to attract attention, so.
I'm just making sure I did let you know. I forgot if I told you or not.
Yeah. I was gonna try and think of something to do to keep them from coming if there's a chance, but...
Do you have an idea?
I have a flask of grease in.
If you
That
want
would
to
slow
set
it
up
down
a
for
trap.
little bit.
I mean, they're cultists. Come on.
Certainly. I would like to build a trap with that flask of grease in.
Okay, trap building takes about 15 minutes in total, depending on the complexity of the trap and the material you have at your disposal. You do have thieves' tools, and you are proficient in the thieves' tools, as is Kai. Do the two of you wish to spend 10-20 minutes constructing a trap, or... It is.
Nah,
Expertise in thieves' tools, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, Kai will patiently wait to her. Go.
I was taking the time to investigate, which you don't seem to be able to do.
Kai sticks his tongue out at her.
But anyways, you all begin, or you two begin walking back down the other corridor, where everybody inside of the room notices them walking past again. Depending how long they take, you all might actually get a short rest. Depending, if you would like. But anyways, you walk around that end and start moving around the corner where you see the corridor stretches on for a very long period of time, and neither of you can see the full distance all the way down. Seems to be very dark down here.
Yeah, well, if it's taking this long to do, I don't want my password trace to go away, so I'll probably get the others to join us.
While they were gone, I wanted to ask Marcia if she could help me dry off my cards with her prestidigitation.
Marcia will dry them off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Skeeter, did you make the cards yourself?
I did not, but
oh,
thanks for giving me an idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That
back
makes
in
it-
this era, all cards were like hand drawn by people. It wasn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, these are from the ashram.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, both of you. Yeah, Alistair?
As he's saying, as he's like showing off the cards again, I'm just gonna say, so you believe that there are only 4 books now in existence, but you have your own deck of cards made out of paper.
Yeah. I mean, people write things, but there's only been, there was the World According to Cletus, the New Revised Dictionary by Cletus, and then, another book. And then the 4th one that number 2 found. God, he's a great guy.
Well, I told you I had a book in my pocket right now.
No way! Can I see it?
I hand him a general prayer book of the gods of the world.
Cletus is not on there.
Did you write this? Yeah. Did you write this?
No. Somebody famous decided to document all the gods and the majority of the world believe in.
So, the original author of this text is Ace, the Adventurer.
What language is it in?
Common.
Tal'Dorei Common, I believe.
No. He would write it in a universal common.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Ace is a man of Exandria. He writes for everybody. And he has a couple of books out published. That's a different thing.
Oh.
I begin to tell him about Ace and then stop at the couple of other books published for a different day.
Mind blown. This is just. Can I, when you're done reading that, can I borrow it?
You know what? Read as much as you like right now.
Sure. Well, I wanted to practice my cards, but I would love to read this sometime.
Sure, just ask for it. I'm basically memorized through a lot of it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, I just figure it's more polite to ask you now than just, read it tomorrow when you're. So. But yeah, so do you mind if I and I'll put it in my bag, or do you want to hold on to it?
Yes. Knock yourself out.
So
and I
it is a very simplistic novel. Just to clarify, it's very simplistic. Only prime deities, 1 or 2 minor deities, and their dogma. It's excluding 1 deity that you're aware of, Alistair. Skeeter, out of character. The knowing mistress is not in the book.
Cool.
So all the other ones. Continue.
Yeah, I feel it's relevant to say don't knock yourself out with it. Actually, it's a turn of phrase.
I was wondering. Wait, yeah. Don't know what turn of phrase is, but I'm.
Prayer.
Yeah. I don't know if I can knock myself out with this.
If anyone has ever told you to break a leg, that is a saying of luck, not a go break your leg saying.
Break a leg, luck.
Yes. I have no idea where the saying came from myself, but
you say it while you break their leg, or
that might be a cool way to hit somebody in the leg, but no, it's like saying, like, if you say good luck to somebody, it's kind of like that, but if like somebody's going to perform and somebody says, oh, go break a leg, I think it means good luck.
Ooh, gotcha. Cool. You performers, and I'm learning so much. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, you can use that knowledge later when you are, was it spaceship?
Oh, they're gonna love it. They're just gonna love this.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, and I'm just going to turn around like, okay, that's enough Skeeter for now.
Okay, so Taryn, Kai was coming back after realizing that this corridor is way too long for a quick scout, and he wants to keep his spell up for everybody. Do you want to maintain where you are and continue searching for traps?
Yes.
Okay, so you lose the +10, which puts you down at a measly 22 stealth.
Right.
How embarrassing.
roll your investigation. And at the end of that portion of the conversation, Kai, I suppose, gathers you all up to follow. And everybody roll your stealth now. $19 because disadvantage. 17, 19.
24. No, 24 because I'm at disadvantage.
Oh, heavy armor as well. Yeah, 24. Okay. Perfect.
Not everyone was at disadvantage, though, right? Just Alistair and...
Heavy armor, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, only those two. No, you guys don't have disadvantage as a whole. It's just, I mean, you literally popped up through their sewage system, so, like, you know.
Unexpected.
Surprise, motherfucker.
We are the congregation of the sewers.
Kind of like after eating Taco Bell. Surprise! Well, I guess it's not really a surprise.
They're thankful they didn't like prunes in their diet.
I miss Taco Bell so much. Oh.
My daughter just discovered their chicken chalupas. They're her
Crunchwrap Supremes, no tomato.
Yeah. Cheryl, why can't you have Taco Bell?
Because my area was filthy and disgusting before COVID. And they have not kept up to a standard. Yeah. Real answer. You know, I'm not, it's... I eat out, but only at the places I know are clean. Like,
you know, sometimes I'm very happy. I'm very happy that Iceland doesn't have the same health standard neglect.
You mean the fact that you have a health standard? Right.
That's very fair.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I miss it. I tried making my own crunch wraps, and they're just nowhere near as good. I mean, they're great, but, like, you need that, like, grade E meat, you know? Like, that's what really makes it, you know? This is 85% meat. That makes it.
85% meat's actually, like, pretty good. That's low fat content, man. That's
no,
awesome.
when they talk about 85% meat, they mean like 85% animal.
Oh.
Yeah.
The rest is filler.
Yeah.
Sawdust.
Paste.
Incidentally, grade E meat, probably how my ex describes me.
Oh.
But bump.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Sorry.
Both are applicable.
Yeah.
That's my favorite so far.
What, the sad trombone?
Yeah.
Okay. So, everybody, you gather back up. Taryn, what was your investigation? 22? Up ahead, you do notice that right before the corridor that you actually hear people down, but you can't look past it yet, there is a silver wire entracing this entire segment of the area. And directly past the silver wire, there's these tiny little slits in the wall that are right about knee height. And, like, very small up ahead. It's clearly some type of magic-infused trap to probably shoot something at your knees.
Right. Well, I will. Can I attempt to disarm it, or is it going to be something magical that's going to have to disarm it?
You'd have to tell me how you intend to do it, because clearly there's a mechanism in there, but the magic, by your best estimate, would only be triggered if something touches, interacts with, or goes over.
Well, the way I was going to try to do it would be to block where the arrows come out, but if it's on the other side of that trigger...
Do you have a way to attempt to do that? If you can get creative, I mean, you're a thief rogue. I presume you got ways.
There's a bunch of shit just lying around in our room.
God damn it, Skeet.
Can I stick a ball bearing on the end of my crowbar and try to shove each one into one of the holes? Or would that trigger it?
You can certainly try.
Because I'm trying to think of like if it's a person passing through or if it's anything that passes.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh,
I know the likelihood of this is near impossible, but
yeah, no.
You don't know how the magic works. I mean, you can experiment if you would like.
I'd rather just wait until magic users get here and then I will point everything out.
How often do you never play magic users?
2 minutes later, boop, 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 the party's up here with you. And you do hear from around the corner, this entire time, there's been two people kind of chatting, just like, so, what are you going to do with your section of the maze? I don't know, I was thinking about getting something with a skylight. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Your gods are just like Skeeter.
So anyways, everybody else gets up to where Taryn is.
What's stopping you? Oh.
And she'll point out where the lines are and then where the arrows would be.
Do we know what an alarm spell is?
Presumably. I mean, most of you probably would at this point. It is not an alarm spell. It appears to be some other type of spell that is entraced into a trap. So Arcana check, anybody proficient or knowledgeable with thieves' tools?
I am not Arcana proficient.
Are you knowledgeable with thieves' tools?
I should be knowledgeable with thieves' tools.
I am the magic.
I keep forgetting you're part sorcerer.
What do you mean part? I'm mostly sorcerer.
Hey, 90% is still part.
Sneak. Ooh, Mersha as well. Nice. Okay, Sneak, Mersha, and Kai. All three of you have encountered traps like this in some variety. Usually it connects to when X situation happens, trigger trap. Pretty simple. But in places like this, in caves and caverns, usually they set it up so if a person of this size crosses the threshold, so like mice wouldn't trigger it, and inanimate objects wouldn't trigger it, like a piece of the rubble that fell and bounced through wouldn't trigger it and stuff like that. Usually that's how these traps work.
I feel like this is an incredibly perfunctory magical system. It's literally a tripwire, and serves no purpose other than to be a tripwire, with a literal tripwire in place to trigger it. Why?
Kai, go through it and then I'll heal you at the end.
No, it will definitely alarm them. Just step over
alarm?
the fuck.
Well, no, if you step over the threshold, it'll trigger. That's the whole thing.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
so
let me,
you step over the... Okay.
It's like the alarm spell, tripwire. Yeah, Taryn?
Yeah.
let me try to disarm it by taking out the arrows and with my crowbar, my original tinkering around with it.
Yeah.
like
Sometimes when I say, "Are you sure?" I'm just playing with you.
I know, but I wanted. This is a serious thing.
Well,
if it was just a regular whatever.
I have some like magic missiles if you want to block off the holes.
Let's not right now.
Does it look like I can teleport across it?
I mean, you can certainly try. And from what you know, it's a physical boundary. If you physically cross that threshold, it will trigger the trap. So if you teleport, you're not physically going past it. So, Taryn, go ahead, roll me a